And it's live. Woohoo, everyone. I'm going to give it a second until people start showing up, although this is going to be live in other places as well. I am super excited to be joined today by Anna Maria and Stephen Farmer for this very, very, very special broadcast and announcement that we have for all of you. And thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to leave comments on the comments because I'm going to be answering those comments as best I can through the app. And I'm going to be sharing with you real quickly how this is going to work today. So whether you know Stephen Farmer or Anna Maria or me, because this is going to go some places where people don't know me. I'm a psychic medium, teacher, coach. I teach people around the world how to communicate with their guides using their own instrument, their own body, mind, and soul. Anna Maria will tell you who she is. Anna Maria, tell them who you are right now.
Yeah, so I'm Ana Maria Vasquez, and I'm a multisensory animal and nature intuitive, and I help you understand the messages coming from the animals and nature. And my favorite part is helping you unpack your intuitive backpack. I think it's great that I can do those things, but I think it's even greater that you can do it, and I want you to remember how to do that.
And Stephen?
Dr. Stephen Farmer here, and I welcome you and trust that you'll be able to join us for this very, very major
We haven't
event.
told them what it is yet.
And we haven't told them what it is yet. No, that's a little bit of a mystery right now.
Ooh.
Anyway, background myself, I'm a therapist, licensed psychotherapist, as well as shamanic practitioner, hypnotherapist, and all around kind of a good guy. You know, what can I say? I do have a lot of skills, a lot of tools in my toolkit, and I'm going to be bringing all of them to the event that we're telling you about right now.
Yes. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to jump right into this and tell you how it's going to work. I do want you to know that if you have any questions at all, please leave your questions in the comments. We're going to also try to offer you some value today because that's what we three do very, very well, is offer you a little value. If we don't stop and pause to answer your questions, just know that we will get to them at the end of our little presentation, as well as I will come back onto the Facebook page and answer those questions as well. Or you can email us. And you can email, we'll put the emails in there as well onto the comments. So want to tell you that we're announcing an incredible opportunity to study with all three of us, have an experiential journey in the desert this October, and we're doing a magical retreat. The three of us have been planning this. We've been getting together, having an incredibly wonderful time. We've all written a book in a series, and I contacted Anna Maria and Stephen, who I absolutely love, who were teachers in another program of mine. I invited them to be teachers, guest teachers. And I love how they work. And I said, let's do a retreat. And they were like, yeah, let's do it. So Stephen's going to tell you a little bit more about the three of us and what you have to expect in this incredible retreat. And in the meantime, I'll put up the banner in a second of how you can find out more about this retreat. Take it away, Stephen.
Well, again, it's in the desert, as Marilyn has mentioned, and it's one of my favorite all-time places to go. The sky is amazing. The sunsets are amazing. There's a magical quality to the desert. And we're going to incorporate that to a great degree in what we're going to be offering. There are things that we'll be offering, like a healing circle, that will talk about spirit guides, each of us being able to meet a new guide that will walk with you through this particular experience. I don't want any of you who are listening, I want you to really go for it. Just go for it. It's a great chance to get away from the usual and the ordinary. And I think it's really, really necessary right now to, continue to remind ourselves of who we really are. And in that who we really are is to allow that life force, that spirit to come through with conviction in whatever our particular purpose is. So many people are going through transitions right now. The world seems a little crazy at times. So to get out into the desert is magical. And you can look at history and the stories of various spiritual leaders and teachers that have been in the desert, and been able to receive just amazing information, intuitive, spiritual information. So I think you're going to, I know you will. Let's stop this. I know you're going to enjoy it. You're going to meet comrades, people that are like-minded in a certain way, but also hopefully people that are a little bit not necessarily totally in agreement. And Scout just announced that too. That's an exclamation point. So just so you know, that's my dog Scout that likes to hang out here. Anyway, I'm going to turn that over to Marilyn. Thank you, Marilyn.
I'm just going to say one thing, and we're going to go to Anna Maria. We're going to tell you who this is for, but this is an experiential journey. This is about you coming into this retreat. You're all going to get a guide in a specialty area of each one of us. We're all master teachers in our areas. And we are going to give you an experiential experience so that you are doing it for yourself. This isn't about us lecturing. This is about you getting in there and learning how to use your instrument, get your hands dirty with it, get your own guidance through it, your own 3 powerful guides, so that when you leave the retreat, you don't leave the retreat and leave everything there at the retreat. You take it with you to live in your life. So Anna Maria, do you want to tell them more about that and who it's for?
Yes, I am just so over the moon excited about this opportunity, right? As a lifelong learner, I've attended a lot of conferences, a lot of workshops, a lot of retreats, and there's value in all of them. And a lot of times you're just sitting there listening and taking in information. That's not this. We're definitely going to be teaching and sharing, but you're going to take it into your practice. You're going to practice with the other like-hearted souls who have gathered as well. This is going to be that space where you get off the fence, right? It's your time to be in divine inspired action. And so if you're feeling that it's time for your magic to come out, or for that next level of your magic to really manifest and embody, this is the space. This is the perfect space for you to be held and to also put into practice that which you're learning. So if you're ready to take that deep dive, you're tired of that doubt and that second guessing yourself, you want to learn how to activate that on demand guidance, this is the space. These are the teachers who can make that happen. And it's set in a really magical place. The Joshua Tree Retreat Center itself is on very sacred land, and that space is going to be creating the vortex for us to call on our own transformation in the desert. Oh, don't even get me started, right?
Yeah, Stephen has stuff to say about the desert, but before we go into that, what I'd like to know from all of you that are watching, what is one thing that you would magically, that you're struggling with right now, that you would love to experience at a retreat where you magically transform? I'd like to get to know who we're talking to and a little bit of what you're struggling with and how this can be addressed and how this is going to be addressed at the retreat, so that you are walking and breathing in the magic that you are, that every single one of you are. Stephen, do you want to talk a little bit more about the desert? Because you have so much experience in this particular area as well. I have to unmute you though. You're all psychic. This is part of the experiential journey. Read Stephen's mind. Go ahead, Stephen.
There you go. Okay, sending you messages here. Anyway, I can't say enough about the desert. I don't want to overdo it, but I made some comments earlier. I've been there many, many times on either personal retreats or doing other kinds of workshops and such. And in this particular place, the stars, I think that's one of the things I look for, is at night, the stars, to walk out and actually see the Milky Way. What a concept. But in the Milky Way, or the full moon, or the dark moon, so that you can see the stars. I'm looking up now because I'm seeing them in my mind's eye as well. But also the grounding, just being able to be grounded, to be able to walk on the land in a way and discover the mystical qualities of the land. And then it's sort of like walking between heaven and earth. It really is. And in a sense, that's what we're doing with this work, is to walk between, or combine, or synthesize, walk in balance, if you will. That's the best way to say it, between the heaven and the earth. Are those characteristics and qualities. Not to be so caught up, in the ethereal and the celestial, not to be so grounded that we forget, that there's a higher self and a higher purpose. And it really is time to come forward in the word conviction comes to mind again, to really remind yourself, of your conviction to your soul's purpose. That's one of the things. And as been suggested by Marilyn and Anna Marie too, we bring you really practical skills. We want you to walk out of there going home. Not only we want you to, but that's one of the things we will promise you. I'm going to make a promise here and now. You're going to be able to walk out of there with skills that will help you really stay on purpose. And these days, it can be particularly challenging with all the craziness that's going on in the world. The vibrations, those of you who are empathic, which I say would be everyone that's listening to this, it's easy to pick up on these vibes, and be affected by them, but be able to not be caught up in them in such a way, but instead come through in a creative way into the world. We need everybody on front right now, and that is, I think, a real calling that takes place in the desert, is to be fully present, not just a concept, but to really be present. And the opportunity is there. And you got, 3 of us here, that will offer very compatible and different skills that you'll be able to take home with you. The more I talk about it, I want to go now, frankly. I guess I have to wait for a little while, but I want to go now. I've gone out there, like I said, on my own retreats, and just absolutely amazing. Getting in touch with that part of us, I said earlier, just to remember who we really are. And you think sometimes I do wordplay, and I think dismember, pull apart, but remember to put back together that association and that intimacy that we have with spirit. And not just in a conceptual way, but in a really active, living way.
Anna Maria, I love that, Stephen. It was so great. I love the whole between heaven and earth. We're going to be like in this beautiful space between heaven and earth.
I'm feeling distracted because I want to welcome some people who are signed up for the retreat. I want to really extend my congratulations, right? Like, congratulations to committing to yourself and your deep dive. This can be that line in the sand where if we talk after, it's so different, right, than where you are now, and the ability and the opportunity to be held in a space to do that. So I want to celebrate and congratulate and welcome Susan and Karen and Beth to the retreat and this deep dive in the desert. Congratulations to you for being a part of this experience. This is unprecedented for the 3 of us to be together, and it's very exciting. And I keep coming back to the experience that you're going to have. Again, it's not just us talking to you or at you, but it's about you bringing your intention and us being able to hold that and guide you in moving towards that, which this is actually a really good time, I would think, maybe to talk about if somebody takes action like Susan, Karen, and Beth did, what they're getting in addition, because we want to honor you guys leaning into and feeling this call. And so we put together a really special bonus that you 3 women are definitely a part of already. And we hope there's going to be some more of you joining in here.
So we do have a fast action bonus, but before we go into that, so if you join before March 19th at midnight, and as Anna Maria said, we haven't fully announced this and we already have 3 people signed up. There are spaces limited for the full immersion of the retreat, which you can read on the page, and we will go over details in a minute, where if you want to sleep there, eat with us, have the whole experience, there's one pricing. And then for those of you, we only have a certain amount of rooms. So once those rooms are filled, there's another pricing for people who can come and find Airbnbs and hotels. We cannot help you to do that. The fast action bonus is a call with the 3 of us. It's a group call. I'll talk about that in a second. But before I talk about that, what I would like to talk about, because I see Karen's quote thing here, experience a stronger connection with my guides and gain clarity on my soul's purpose and just connect with nature in a desert environment. Super excited because that is what we're going to be doing, Karen. We have so many amazing things. We're very different people, but we also get along so well. And it really became apparent as we've been building this syllabus out and having, like, Spirit already knows who's coming to this thing. And they've already put us in that energy field together. And the three of us, we have mapped out the entire time. You're going to arrive on a Tuesday night and have Tuesday day and have an incredible ceremony with us. Then you're going to go on a hike and learn the symbolic language of your soul. You're going to meet a guide in each one of our areas. You're going to be using your psychic gifts, clairvoyancy, clairaudience. You're going to be reading for each other. Don't be scared. That's where you really surprise yourself. And you're going to be like, holy moly, I actually am doing this. Because there's a lot of fun tools and techniques. It's going to blow your mind. Like, you read Winnie the Pooh cards and you're like, how the heck am I reading a Winnie the Pooh card this clear? You're going to go walk on a medicine wheel with Anna Marie. You're going to do a healing circle with Stephen. We have everything, and it's not going to be so exhausting where you're like, stop already. You're going to be energized. You're going to be together. This is what we want, because we attract very incredibly, I call them, Spirit calls them light-minded people, not like-minded, light-minded people. We create supportive, safe atmospheres where you're going to be able to be vulnerable, transparent. You're going to have some uncomfortable energy, and you're going to be supported through all of that, and you're going to grow. And my goal for you, our goal for you, I should say, because we've done this and we've been talking about this and we've been laughing our butts off. I won't curse. Our butts off through this whole thing. There's going to be laughter. So be ready for that. We want you to we want you to release 2023, because it's in October, right? We didn't tell you the dates yet. October 23rd to October 28th, I believe it is. It's on the page. I'll look it up in a second. I want Stephen to talk. We're going to take you through experiences where you release, you engage, you light up yourself, because everything you need is inside of you. Light it all up. And then you're going to go into 2024 in the most powerful way that you can even imagine. So I invite you into this experience, and I'm excited for you. And I will put in the comments right now our emails, but it's also on the product page. And you go to MarilynAloria.com/retreat. And you will see that. Now, I'm going to give you the details of the retreat in a minute. I want to go to Stephen, because we all want to have equal opportunity to share our magic with all of you. Stephen, do you have something to say?
Always. I was thinking again about some of the things you said, like what we'll be doing. I mentioned, and Marilyn, you also mentioned Healing Circle. I've done this sort of a healing circle on a few different occasions. Again, I can't explain it in detail because everyone is a little bit different. But it's not only an opportunity to receive healing from the group, but also to participate as a healer. And some of you may go, me, a healer? Wow, what a surprise. Well, come and be surprised. That word surprise, I think, is also an exceptional word to fit into what we're going to be doing there. I've had the honor of, as has been said, working and developing this with Marilyn and Anna Marie, and I'm very, very honored to be working with the two of you, by the way. I've said this before, and to collaborate. We found some really magic in the collaboration. Now, that's not really the main point of this Facebook Live. It's really to sort of get you enticed a little bit about, what if I went? Well, what if you did? What if you really committed and just put aside your considerations and just go for it? Like, oh, do a meditation. Oh, what the heck? Go for it anyway. And then just sign up, do something like that. I can't tell you how much value you'll actually get, but I can guarantee you that you will get value. As been said, experiential processes. We're not going to just be lecturing at you. Ooh. After a while, that would be boring. I would bore myself, if I were just lecturing. But to be active and to be participatory, to have quiet, to have periods of stillness, walking out on the desert, let's say taking your own private walks out on the desert or with a friend or a companion, going out under the stars, like I mentioned, that is something we can't set up. It's just inherent with the characteristics of the desert. And you will be supported, like Marilyn has said, in your processes. We're there for you. You will be there for one another as well. And that's important too during this era that we've entered into, with the chaos and the craziness really that's been going on. It's apparent that it is. So come into this space, do the work that's here, take away the tools that you gain, bring it back into your world. There's a saying that comes from the Course in Miracles, and it's the only one I remember. When I am healed, I am not healed alone. And this will be a great opportunity for knowing that as you heal, you will not, you're not just healing alone, that others also will be joining you in this. So God bless, and I look forward to meeting you and seeing you there.
Anna Maria, why don't you give them details about the retreat, like how they can sign up, what the dates are, and what the fast action bonus is?
Yes.
And then any questions you may have, please post in the comments and we will start taking them, and we will do something special.
So Marilyn has put up the link, marilynaloria.com/retreat will take you to the retreat page. You can get all of your questions answered there, but let me give you some details. This is taking place this October, Tuesday, October 24th through Friday, October 27th of this year, 2023. It's like, 7 months away at this point? It is time to be envisioning, as we are wrapping up our time in our Winter Dream Lodge, be putting this in, because this is part of your expansion as you come out of this winter time that will be out of here very shortly. So Tuesday, October 24th through Friday, October 27th, we're going to start that Tuesday with a special ceremony. I mean, this is a whole experience, and we have been dreaming it as we've been putting it in to the syllabus and what we want this to look like, what we want you to gain from this. So again, we've got 2 different ways that you can join us. The first way is all inclusive. And that means that all of your meals, starting with that Tuesday dinner, evening supper, and going through breakfast on Saturday, all those meals are included. Your lodging is included, which is a private room. Everybody who does the inclusive package gets a private room. Half of the rooms, here's one of the reasons you want to be in the listening and take action. Half of those rooms, they're private and they have a private bath. The other half, that's still a private room, but you will share a bathroom. And so if that's something that's important to you, be in action, be in inspired action around that. And so that's the first set. You're going to have the retreat program starting Tuesday evening, ending Friday evening with another ceremony, right? We're very intentional here about how you're being held and guided in here. The second way that you can attend is just the retreat program, and we've included lunches, so you don't have to worry about going back and forth. So you'll have the retreat program starting with Tuesday evening, ending Friday evening, and you'll have your lunches on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday included. You'll be on your own for breakfasts and dinners, although you will be able to purchase them on site if that's something you're interested in. But your lodging is something you'll have to take care of yourself. This is taking place in Joshua Tree, California. The retreat center, the Joshua Tree Retreat Center, is a mile from the front entrance to the Joshua Tree National Park. So this is very exciting. It's a very great space to be in. And then, of course, the town of Joshua Tree. For those of you who, that's where you'd be staying if you're not staying on site with the inclusive package. For those of you who are flying in, you will most likely fly into the Palm Springs airport, rent a car, and then drive in. That's about a 45-minute drive. So you've got your inclusive package. And if you register before midnight, the end of the day on March, is it 19th? Do I have that date right? Correct? Yep. That's you will also be included in our pre-retreat group session where we'll come together and help you craft your intention so that you can come in focused. So right, we don't have that shiny object syndrome where, oh my goodness, I'm overtaken by this and that. I'm looking at moving past my doubt. I'm looking at opening up to the next level of my clairvoyance, or I'm looking to develop my clairvoyance. Whatever it is, you're going to have clear focus. And then that can be held and guided for you as we move through the days together. So we would love to have you. Again, there's limited spaces for the all-inclusive. So if you're feeling the nudge, right, the universe honors action. If you just sit on the fence, everything around you is just going to keep stewing and stewing. But if you say, I'm standing for myself, I'm standing for this transformation, and I'm being in inspired action, that's when it gets fun. That's when it gets magical. That's when you get to watch the universe conspire and rise up and create a path in front of you. And I will absolutely be sharing some of my favorite ways for manifesting as we're moving through that. And one of them is a 3-step process. So what's going on, right? Like in your head, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know, my schedule's kind of crazy. And can I get away for, 3 days, 4 days? Well, what I want you to do is stop that, right? Like step 1, what's going on? My calendar, my schedule, my finances, my family, whatever. Okay. Step 2, how do you feel about that? Well, I feel frustrated, or I feel sad. I might miss this amazing opportunity. Go into your emotions. That's energy in motion. There's gold in there. This is how we stop and we create something new. So most of us just keep running that story over, right? Beating the drum of what's wrong and what we don't want. So the 3rd step, you stop that and you create a new trajectory, and you say, even though all of that evidence is going on in the 3D, that's not my truth. My truth is I'm going to this retreat. I'm stepping into my transformation. I'm opening up to my next level of magic, my own brilliance. And then you stay focused on that, and you create that new frequency going out so that the universe can match that. And that's exactly the process that I've used in the creation of this retreat. Every time the 3D would say, oh, you've got a crazy schedule, Marilyn's got a crazy schedule, Stephen's got a crazy schedule, this is never going to happen, I would stand in that knowingness. And again, the universe would conspire. So I invite you to come join us and play in the magic, because there's plenty of room here.
That's great. So I have an idea right now. So if any of you have questions about the retreat, please put them in the comments. Anna Marie and Stephen, I don't have your email, so make sure that they're on the that you'll be getting anybody. We're all like sending out to our lists and everything, so they'll be getting our emails. You can email us and tell us. I did put my email in the comments as info@marilynoloria.com. Anna Maria, what is yours?
It's Anna Maria at intentiontraining.com. And I'll add that on the retreat page, so everybody has them there.
Great. And then I have something I want to say, but Stephen, what is yours?
It's info at dr, like in Dr. StephenFarmer.com. And Stephen is spelled with a V. So info at drstephenfarmer.com.
Great. So I'm gonna surprise Anna Maria and Stephen with something, but Anna Maria kind of already did it. But the thing I want to say to you guys, and I want to hear from Stephen, is make this decision for yourself. Make a powerful decision for yourself. And as soon as you make a powerful decision for yourself, you can expect change right away. Sure. There's so many times when I remember the first business program I was going to buy, and I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I could do it. It was years ago. And as soon as I purchased it, my whole business took off. And this is not a lie. And I didn't even have time to go through the program because I was so busy with opportunity that I was like, I don't need it anymore, because then I had the money to hire the people to do the things that the program was going to teach me. And that's a true story. Mm-hmm. So when we make powerful decisions for ourselves, change happens right away. And the beauty about this is that become part of our communities, and you are also going to be so supported through that powerful change when we're there. Now, Stephen, I know you probably have something to say because Anna Maria said a lot, but I also think it would be really fun for the three of us. Anna Maria, you kind of already gave a tip, but I know you have another one. Might be really fun. I saw the number 111. I'd like to do a reading at the end of this with the number 111. So I'm going to have you all hold a question. Stephen has tons of cards. If you look Stephen Farmer up, you're going to see what that friggin' dude has been doing. He's been busy. And then Anna Maria has her fun reading too, because I want you guys to gain something from this, and I want you to experience us as teachers. Like I said, we're all different, but we complement each other in a really great way. Like when Stephen tells me he's going to bring his drum out and we're all going to dance, I'm like, see you later. And he's like, no, we're going to get you dancing. It's not my personality, but I'll probably dance.
We will see.
So, Stephen, do you have something to say, or do you want to pull a card, or I can do the number reading?
I will do. I'll go ahead and pull a card. You know, it's from.
So let me just answer one question real quick, Camille. The date for the bonus is March 19th at midnight Pacific time. Okay, we're doing it at Pacific time. That's the bonus that you get with it, which is the group call. One group call before the retreat, like 3 weeks before the retreat. It's already scheduled, where we're going to get you really clear intention-wise for it. There aren't a lot of rooms. We didn't even announce it yet, and people have been asking us about the retreat. Anna Maria's already got 3 signups before we announced this video. So
We just had 2 more people join us. I want to welcome
5.
Susan and Jane. You guys are in with your private room, private bath, and you are in with the bonus. We are going to help you set up and get ready for the retreat and share with you how to integrate it afterwards. I just want to honor these people that are taking action right now.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. And if I don't, like, if you're not part of my community, you're not part of Stephen's community, get in touch with us. If you're not part of Anna Maria's community, because we love to know our people. We're not like hands off. We're like, we want to know you. But so the thing is once rooms are sold out, they're sold out. Now there's the opportunity to still come to the retreat. We have a cap out of how many we're going to let come in who aren't part of the rooms, because we want to keep this to a good experience. So I'm just letting you know that. I'm not giving numbers right now, but just letting you know that's what's happening. Stephen, I'm sorry. The women took over. Stephen said we work for him, but I think you're working for us right now, Stephen.
I think so. You know, it feels like that, and it's fine with me. The goddess, as the goddess Nike says, you know, just do it. Just do it. You know, go for it. And we've said that enough. You know, I think you get a pretty good idea of what's going to be happening. The healing circle, spirit guides, etc., nature spirits, spirit animals, ancestors, etc. Well, I'm going to pull a card, you know, from one of my.
So before they do that, can I have them do something, Stephen?
Please.
Thank you for all of us. So whenever we do group calls, and I know you guys do this too, and I'm sorry I just interrupted your reading stuff, but think of a question that you have inside your heart right now. Really think of. Maybe it's like, I really want to do this retreat. What do I need to know? Or how can I have the best experience in this retreat? Or one of the prayers that I've been having lately is show me how to step into my greatness. Stephen, Anna Maria, if you have ideas of questions, but whatever question, just hold in your heart. Go ahead, Stephen.
All right, good. I was gonna. I'll draw a card.
No, do it. Do what you want to do. This is a free for all, man. This is all of us.
Here we go. Okay, this is from the Spirits of Nature Oracle cards. You know, it's a fairly recent publication. I got really kind of crazy with my writing over the pandemic, and you know, in a 6-month period of time, there were 4 different publications coming out, and this is one I'm working with quite a bit. In addition to the ancestor cards. So pull a card, see what it says. Okay. I will show you the card, then I'll just kind of riff on it, okay? Those of you who work with the Oracle cards, you get the deal. I don't suggest running right to the guidebook, okay? Or going to the guidebook. You know, see what springs from your own intuitive process. Like, thank you for the setup too, Marilyn. You know, think of an answer, think of a question that you have in your own heart. This one here is what showed up. Let me make sure I get it centered onto the camera. Stars. Navigation. Isn't that great? Beautiful artwork too. This is a Hay House publication. Stars. Navigation. I cannot tell you. I've said this actually several times about the stars. You know, the magic of the stars, the guidance of the stars. Our ancestors long ago, that's how they were guided. The Tahitians. That's how they made it to the islands of Hawaii, as guided by the stars. But if you think of it not just as a literal guidance, that there are celestial beings that we can work with, as well as earth beings, spiritual beings, or non-visible beings, as well as earth beings, both visible and non-visible, that can help us through life. Good grief, people, come on, we need help. It's just the way it is. So this is an opportunity. I know there are others, certainly, and this may not be the first thing you've ever done, but please, take a look at what's going on here, and you can look at more information on Marilyn's page, MarilynAloria.com retreat. But anyway, back to the stars. The navigation is exactly what we're talking about. The stars are one representation of that. The navigation, I think that's a beautiful word for what we're talking about here. To navigate through the climate of the times, to be able to find that guidance. Maybe it's the stars, but it certainly will be, as you've heard from us, is to find a guide that's going to work with you through the retreat, certainly, but beyond the retreat, I trust. But also, Anna Maria is going to work very directly with the spirits of nature and do some work with you there. Again, something you could take home. They are not just the spirits of nature. They are our deep ancestors, the plants, the mountain, the rocks, the stone people, the tree people, etc. You can get answers, you can get guidance from the stars. You wake up, the sunset, whatever it may be, it's available to us. And that's what we want to teach, not just preach, but to teach. Again, something really solid, very practical. I think all of us are really practical, about this. I'm Capricorn, I'm like, show me the proof here. So let's see what really works here. So that's what we're after. So that particular card is, again, a synchronicity. It's a reminder of what's been discussed here. Is navigation. That's a great word. It's not come up, and as a great word is, how do we navigate through all this stuff? Sometimes we feel rudderless. Sometimes we just feel that. So we need those tools to be able to bring us back to center, and again, be present, to be fully present for the earth, for our family, for our friends. And it's entirely possible to do that, and also you fall off the horse. How do you get back on the horse, so to speak, as a metaphor? It's okay, isn't it? It's not like we're looking for some like perfection, some spiritual perfection in some sort. That's a concept. It's to be able to deal with the disappointments that you experience through life, but yet at the same time, be able to bring yourself back into that place of being squarely centered and aligned with, as been said, I will to will thy will. I love that expression. I will to will thy will. And now it's like, well, how do you hear? How do you pay attention to? How do you find out what this larger thy will is? Well, it's through very, very specific representatives, visible and non-visible. And that's all I have to say.
I love it. So before we move on, Stephen, that was amazing. You may have a follow-up question, right? So before we go to Anna Maria, or I can go, I think Anna Maria is ready, to the follow-up question. Think about a follow-up question you have now, and you'll get another reading, and you get deeper and deeper and deeper into the information. But before we do that, a couple of you have joined late. We're talking about our very magical retreat. You can go to MarilynAloria.com/retreat. It's October 24th through the 27th in the desert. And it's a limited space for the rooms. So we already have 5 people that joined and signed up when we just announced this. So I wouldn't sit on the fence with this. I find a lot of people in the spiritual community have difficulty making decisions. They sit on the fence because they're just afraid, they want to make sure that it's going to be the right thing. I can guarantee you that you're going to have the time of your life with the 3 of us, because we are so invested in helping you to create a very powerful experience and a very grounded one, like Stephen is talking about. And you're going to go home with your own guides and knowing how to talk to them. So that's the most important thing. So Anna Maria, do you want to go with your reading, or do you want me to go?
You go.
Okay. We're not giving max numbers, Camille. You just got to move off the fence and do it. Sorry, I've gotten tougher. So Stephen and Anna Maria have had to get used to me. I've gotten tougher with the way I handle things. So, okay. So let me give this number. So what I saw, so everybody just close your eyes, go into your heart. And you just got this incredible reading from Stephen. Stephen is such a magical, magical, beautiful human being. I just adore him. And now you're asking a personal question, and maybe it's about standing in the power, standing in your own gifts, or getting out of the psychic closet, or starting to let people know who you are and sharing your voice. And the number that Spirit showed me back was 111. And I'm going to talk about the significance of 111 for all of you. Ones are all about new beginnings. It's all about a new beginning. Spirit is talking about you owning, you being number one in your life. You being number one in your life is not a selfish or egotistical thing. It is about you finally owning why you're here on this earth plane and what you're meant to do, and allowing people to see your brightness, your one brightness, your one beauty, your soul. It's not about being fragmented into other people's identities of what they said you are. It's about you identifying yourself with who you are, connected to the divine, and showing the world who you are. It's about finally writing that book. It's about finally writing that song. It's about finally singing that song. It's about finally telling your stories. It's about finally creating what you're here to create and being it. Even if all you feel you're creating is being there for other people, that is the most magical thing that you can be. It goes into a 2, which is partnership. And Spirit is talking about this is partnership for your soul. This is partnership with other people like teachers. This is partnership with people you're going to meet that get you, that see you, that hear you, and celebrate you. That is what's going on right now. That's what you're being called for. So anybody who doesn't fit in that space, it's time for you to put yourself as number one and to say goodbye to them. And then it adds up to a number 3, which is mind, body, and soul. It's about wholeness. It is what makes you whole. You decide what makes you whole. And through you putting yourself as number one and noticing who you are and seeing the gifts inside of yourself, partnering up with the right people, partnering up with the right coaches, meeting the right people, you say, I count. And you start bridging, getting rid of the fragmentation, becoming whole, because you see yourself, you hear yourself, you acknowledge yourself, and you be yourself. And then you be yourself in your wholeness out into the world. So that is what the number, the 111 is for all of you. Go ahead, Anna Maria.
Well, really? I want to welcome Katie. First of all, she just signed up. You're in, Katie. You've got one of the private rooms with the private bathroom, and you're in for our bonus. You're all set. So I'm so excited, right? Like I was excited before we started. Now I'm really jazzed up. Now I'm supposed to do something, right? I'm doing a mini reading. Is that where we were going next?
Yeah, I thought we would just all show our magic.
Perfect. So I want you to feel into the question that's on your heart and mind right now as we're in this conversation, as we're in this sacred space, looking for direction, right? Guidance. You want to know. And I want you to feel in to whether you're being drawn to number 1, number 2, or number 3. And those of you who were drawn to number 1, you've got a little animal energy coming through for you, and it's the porcupine. And porcupine energy is sharing with you about the need for balance between work and play. And it makes me laugh because I feel like that's us, right? As we've been creating this, we definitely know how to play and have fun and dream. And we know how to get things done, or else this wouldn't be happening today. So I want you to take that porcupine energy into your life and see where you need that balance, where it can't be all work and it can't be all play. There needs to be that divinely inspired balance. Those of you who chose number 2, you've got a little pine tree energy coming in for you, and it's the white pine. And this white pine is talking about making peace, but not like we normally do, right? Especially those of us with these big hearts where we're making peace for everyone else. This is about you making peace with you. all the judgments, all the conclusions, all the grudges you've held against yourself around your intuitive abilities, to release that and step into a new possibility today. White pine is here holding that space for you. And those of you who chose number 3, you've got that kyanite energy coming through for you, which is a fabulous crystal. Really also helps with the throat chakra clearing, to be able to speak your truth and speak your truth with love, because there's a difference. And most importantly, to speak your truth to yourself, to release those old patterns and ways of being and step into a new possibility. So you've got all of these beautiful allies in the natural realm who are waiting to source you and take you deeper. And I hope that through just these little activities that we've done here, right, where we're not even together in the same room, that these are sourcing you and giving you a feel and a taste of each of our energy and how it comes together and how it weaves this beautiful tapestry that's designed to help you step into this transformation for yourself and allow you to stand in the power of who you truly be.
I love that. I love that. I got 1 porcupine. What'd you get, Stephen? Did you play along, or were you looking at comments? You got 2 pine.
So thanks, Anna.
That was great. So guys, we are going to come to a close, and I'll give us a, we'll all say goodbye. But if you're interested in joining us, we already have 6 people or 7 people that joined.
Somewhere in there. Yes.
Yeah. So go to MarilynAloria.com/retreat and check it out, and do join us. And like I said, and like Anna Maria has said many, many times, there's a first half of the rooms is a private bath. Second half of the rooms is a shared bath. We did it so that everybody got their own private. You can thank Anna Maria for that private room. So we actually limited the number of how many people we could have in the actual in an all-inclusive package. So we did something because she felt very strongly that people would want their own room during this experience. And we could have doubled it up and had more people in the all-inclusive package, but we really wanted to give you a special experience where you have your own room. So thank you. Thank Anna Maria for that. She was also very strong and opinionated about the room that we stayed in, so that we have bathrooms. And I was like, I agree. Not opinionated, but very strong. Really.
Oh no,
really.
I do get anyone who knows me knows I've got an opinion. I got reviews about movies I haven't even seen yet.
I had no problem with the bathrooms. Whatever.
So we really took you into consideration already. And so there is a limited number of rooms. And then after that, you will still be able to join us in the retreat, but you will have to stay in your own place. But we're also going to limit that number as well. And the bonus goes, the fast action bonus, which is a special call with the 3 of us, a group call, where we're going to get you really ready for the retreat about 3 weeks beforehand. So if you're interested in joining us, go to MarilynAloria.com/retreat at banner. It's right there. And check it out. If you have any questions for either of us, any of us, I'm info@MarilynAloria.com. Anna Maria is, what is it again, Anna Maria?
Anna Maria at intentiontraining.com.
And then Dr. Stephen FOMO is info. You're going to have fear of missing out if you don't go to this retreat. Dr. Stephen FOMO has told you.
info@drstephenfarmer.com.
Exactly. And we'll put that on the product page as well. So thank you so much. You guys, do you have anything you want to share? I just feel like you can already feel our energy when we get going, and we have a lot of fun. But this is really about all of you. It's about us imparting. I can't tell you how many times, this is the last thing I'll say. People say to me, I want to learn how to read like you. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So you don't depend on me, and you learn how to read for yourself every minute of your life. Anna Maria, Stephen, do you want to say something?
I think it's been said already, and I encourage you to take advantage of this. This is our first time together teaching. The collaboration is going very, very well. And you've got a little bit of a sample of, what each of us are offering. If you're not familiar with Marilyn, for instance, now you got an idea about her, et cetera, and about myself, Anna Maria. So it's a great chance. And I don't want to, at the risk of overselling it, I must say.
Oh, friggin' oversell it. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Marilyn. See, I told you, man, this gal's got it going on. You don't mess with Marilyn. Oh, come and join us. We're going to have some fun too. That's the other thing I want to, point out. We're going to just have a lot of fun too. You've seen us kind of play a little bit here, even in the presentation. And after all, let's have some fun with all this in addition to like being really focused and serious. There's a nice balance there. Again, heaven and earth, the lightness and the bringing in the darkness, but bringing the light into the darkness. So thank you all for listening, tuning in.
Anna Maria, that was lovely, Stephen. Thanks.
So it's funny because, right, like you guys can see me being distracted, and it's because I've got a second screen going, checking, so I know who to welcome. But I'm just like that, even if I don't have a second screen, right? Like stuff's talking to me all the time. And I'm always, so even at the retreat, you'll notice like she doesn't even have a device and she's looking around and talking to stuff. So, but the one thing that I wanted to say was, I get to see behind the curtains on a lot of folks, a lot of teachers, and you guys know, not everybody is what you see is what you get. There's a lot of other things that are going on. And this group is they have so much integrity. What you see is what you get. You don't ever wonder, is that really how this person is like? And I can say, I've known Marilyn for well over 12 years now at this point. And I was actually a student of Dr. Farmer's at one point. So I can tell you, he's the same, whether you're taking a class from him, whether you see him at the grocery store, whether you're coming to the retreat. And, to my own detriment, I am what you see is what you get. So it's this piece, but the integrity, each of us, integrity is so important to us. And so it is funny, right? Like you couldn't oversell it because each of us is going to rise to the occasion and really bring it. So I want you to feel good about making that decision, that you're in good hands. And I wanted to say welcome to Jolinda and Debbie. You're both in, you got the bonus, you got the private bath, you got the private room, you're totally in. Congratulations, and way to make a decision for yourself that commits to your own expansion. So I am excited. It's only going to get worse from here. So
Who will sign up? Really?
Wait, hold on. Sorry, Stephen. I had you muted because because of the whole whatever. Go ahead, Stephen.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. And I look forward to meeting you. That's it.
Me too. I'm excited. Thank you, everyone. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to meet you all in person. And sign up. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to us, and we will answer you and help you. And come follow us on our pages or personal page, and so we can just get to know you. Payments all at once, Camille. Payments all at once, and there are no refunds. We have very strict boundaries around this for a very good reason. The more you commit to this experience, the more you're going to have an experience. Mm-hmm. So we're very clear about what we really want for you to all walk away with from this. And we want this to be a magical journey like you've never had before, something that stays with you for the rest of your life and really changes your life.
That's true.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. I will be seeing you in October at the retreat, and I'll be meeting Dr. Stephen Farmer, and I'm not going to call you doctor. I'm meeting the FOMO doc.
Or Stephen.
Stephen. I always call him Stephen. Now I'm all formal with you. And FOMO. Anna Maria for the first time there too. So I'll be hugging them in person.
That was good. All right. Again, thank you. And
bye,
blessings.
guys.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.